everybody, it's Ynnep here, back at it again with another art lesson. I know it's been a few months, but, life happens. Today's lesson will be on shading. Alright, let me make sure everything's working. If you guys can hear me, just make sure to let me know. If the audio's too loud, too quiet, just let me know. I don't know if Meeseeks over in the Discord let everybody know that I was live or not, but anyway, here we go. We're going to have an art lesson. Hello, everybody, and let's get started. Today's very basic lesson is on shading. I'm going to show you some little tricks for digital shading I use, and just basically what not to do and little things. I'm just going to go over just very basic cell shading right now. Here's something that you should do and not do. Here, let me give you a little tip I use. Okay, first of all, you got like this is the method everybody uses in art school, the 3 balls. A good trick to do is figure out your light source. Go over here. A little trick I like to use is I draw a little sun or a lamp or something. Like, let's say you got, let's say a lamp instead of a sun. See? You figure out your light source, and this will be like the odd one that's like straight down on it. That light that doesn't make any of us look great. Alright, so you got there, you got there. Alright, now here is a little shading trick you do not want to do. Don't just drop straight to gray or black or any of that. Just go, because that looks disgusting. Like, even if you make that multiply layer, looks a little better, but not by much. Here's something good you can do. Take the color you got, figure out what the color of your lighting is, kinda. And don't just drop straight down or straight over. Do a slight curving there, and then sometimes figure out like the color, what your background is, and what your light source is. And just adjust a little. Like, maybe make it a little pinker or a little more orange. I'm going to go a bit more pinker. Let's assume it has a warm light and a cool back. Anyway, and here you go. See? That looks a lot better. Now, if you want to make it softer, even if you're just doing cell shading, you could go over to a brush tool or a blur. That helps a little. See? Softens it up a bit. And see, there you go. You got it like there. Like, here, I could do it a bit better, actually. See, you make basically the way the light is casting. Now, this is another thing I've seen people do, is putting a highlight on this side here, like to be your, sorry. Silly. A lot of people do this. I keep forgetting it's a different layer. This is a basic art lesson for a reason. Now, a thing a lot of people do is they put like this backlighting here. And that looks pretty cool, but I personally don't like to do that a lot. It's kind of just a personal choice. As for your highlights, don't ever go straight white, usually, unless it's like a very white object itself. Usually you take that color and you go to a nice pale little, there you go. And, make that bigger. Yeah, you just start doing this. That makes it look like, almost like it's a candy ball kind of or something. If you want to make it a little brighter, to make it look like a glassier a glassier surface, so you can do stuff like that. Now over here we have the little bit weirder section. When you get the light going straight down, it's going to be a little different. Alright, same thing. You go down at a bit of a curve. Oh, thank you. I just got a super chat from Poppy the Performer. Thank you very much. I think that showed up on screen, too. Thank you. I will attempt to keep the best work I can. And, okay, let's assume this is going to be a slightly cooler lighting or something like... Here, I can even go up here and change it. Let's assume this is like a blue light. I'm going to show you a little trick with that. What layer did I put this on? Okay, here we go. Like, let's say it's a blue light. Well, whatever. Blue light. Let's assume it's like a blue light coming off of it. Like, you'd get the color, shift it more towards pinkish blue, take it down a little, then try it. Use my brush. It's a weird brush I have, but yeah, whatever, it works for the situation. Now it looks a little You lower it down your opacity for it a bit. There you go. Looks fine. Try using this. There we go. Now because this is an upwards light, it's gonna cast the shadow a little bit differently. See? Yep, like I said, there's a lot of ways you can do it. Like, the way I'm doing is just a sloppy little whatever. Or my blur. I got better lesson is keeping your tools in order, because if you're out of order, you're going to be scrambling to find them like I am. Alright, now casting the light with this particular shade again. Same, you get your color, you drag it over to the color of the light a little more. And then you just have fun with that. It's fun to play around with the different shades and stuff. Like, see, with this, it would have like a little bit of a thin here. And then there's that whole backlighting thing that some people do. I personally don't do this because I'm a weirdo. But like I said, the best way also is to just observe how light looks around you. And imagine what the surface looks like. Like I said, that's the best way to learn these things, is to just learn by playing around with it. Anyway, but yeah, this is a very basic lesson. I could show you some other stuff too, like, do you guys have any particular surfaces you want to see me try to mess around with real quick? Yep, purple, red, blue does make purple. That's a different lesson though. Alright, let's get this all out of here. Like, let's try some metal. Like, let's get a nice gunmetal gray, like, which, you know, about that color. Here's a fun little, like, a way you can show, like, it looks pretty boring so far, right? Same dealio, you get your light, I'll just pick your usual soft yellow light. Say it's reflecting from right here. Alright, and then lock your layers over here in the corner. You can't really see what I'm doing, but you lock your layers so that when you color outside line, it stays there. It just saves you a lot of time. Now, again, you get to that, you select your color, shift it up a little, go a bit lower, and just start having fun with it. A lot of times you figure out, it's kind of weird with metal because it catches and reflects light weirdly based on the, based on the texture of the metal. Little thing I do is I just kind of, like I say, it gets dark around the corners, and then sometimes you have that little backlighting thing, which makes more sense of metal for me. See, this is my little method I use. But it's not to say anyone else's method won't work. I'm just giving you a very basic overview of this. Again, you pick your color lighting, you shift it up a little. Maybe even to a completely different hue. There we go. I obviously keep this more towards gray because it's metal, it's gray. But, yep, there you go. You can draw the reflection of the light and you can work with the texture of it a bit more. Because if you don't want your metal to look like a completely flat surface, the places it would cast shadows and have direct light hitting it would be obviously a little different. I know you do this method sometimes too, like you can give it a slightly more tarnishy look to it, like, which is good for gold. Like, let's say I'm gonna do some gold here. Here, let me get that out of there. Here, this is like a method I use for doing gold. I haven't used this program at all, sorry. Shift it to a nice brownish color. There we go. Like, that's kind of like a tarnished gold color. Now, you find your mid-tone color, which would be probably closer to an orange, like a yellowy orange. Oops, sorry. There we go. Like I said, this is a good method for doing gold. Because gold's typically not very flat and perfect unless it's been polished. It often will have like a slight bubbly kind of effect to it. Next, you get your kind of mid-greenish colors and stuff there. That helps. Again, all turning towards where the light's coming from is where the lighter tones will come from. And then you get your palest color. And you don't have to do it exactly in this order, but this is just the way I use. And see, you've turned it from just looking like a tarnished brown block to it kind of looks like gold. As I said, if I had more time, I could do it better. But I'm just kind of showing you a basic overview. Alrighty then. Any other questions about lighting and shading before I call this a stream? I suppose not. Alrighty then. That's about all I wanted to share today was a basic overview of shading and how to draw light, reflecting, and refracting. It's a very basic lesson, but still. You gotta start somewhere. Alright then. I guess that's it for this stream. I love you all, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and don't stop being creative. Bye!